what was I saying? Okay, I'll go back in time for new people that are joining my channel, or just anyone that really doesn't know the story yet. So the year is 2016, right? I think, yeah, Junior's 9. He'll be 10 in September. September the 18th, 2016. Okay. He's born. Full term. No extra weeks. No weeks before. Developmental wise. Okay. He never really sleeps through the night, but what baby does, when they say they're supposed to be able to distinguish night from day by the time they're 6 months old, 7 months old. I'd never seen that, not in any of my kids. So yeah, that's that. He starts pulling himself up around 7 months, 8 months old, walking around the edges of tables, walking with assistance with couches, whatnot. So pretty much good. We didn't think anything was wrong. Okay. 1-year-old birthday. Yes, he's walking, because he did all the pulling himself up, all the rolling around, all the whatever. Started saying simple words like mama, dada, baba. Even 2-word phrases like milk, cup, eat. Stuff like that. Basic things that toddlers would say. Not full sentences, of course. But when we would go outside, even as a young kid, he didn't really necessarily want to play. You know, he would run up and down the block. He would resist holding my hand if we wanted to go across the street, because we had the store across the street, the Dollar General, and he likes to go there and pick out snacks and whatnot, but he didn't want to hold my hand. And sometimes when he was walking, he would look back and look down towards the ground like his shadow. And then dart off. Like the shadow freaked him out. But okay. N-words were shortly disappearing. Like he would point towards the fridge, because he knows that the milk is in there. Point up towards the cabinets, knowing that his, what would we give him? Cheeto Puffs, and sometimes we would give him the Gerber, what's those things? The stars that were made like puffy, but they was made out of cereal. Those things. Or he would go to the steps and crawl up the steps, but he wouldn't say, like, take me upstairs, or something like upstairs or whatever like that. He was only 1, like 1.5. So I'm like, all right, something's not right here. But let me backtrack a little bit, because when we took him to the doctor's office for vaccinations, at 9 months, we forgot about 6 months vaccinations, and so they started to double up the shots. And so Kenzie's bus pulled up. So he goes home. His legs are swollen, which I feel like is understandable because they did shots. He has a fever, which is okay, I guess. But this is when all the issues started arising. But let's not blame it on vaccinations here. Where is my son's voice? Why is he not interested in looking at books? Like, we had books, those crinkly books that teach the kids, okay, now you're able to turn the page, but it makes a crinkling noise, and it's like, maybe you can zip up something or whatever. He wouldn't like the sounds. Like, what's going on here? So, yeah, 2 years old. Most kids are trying to feed themselves. They want utensils and they want sip cups. So we buy him sip cups. The hard ones, no, he don't want the hard ones. They hurt his teeth or whatever. And then back then they had those cups. You could put the liquid in the top and the liquid in the top portion of the cup, but it had a straw that you could flip the lid. And on the bottom had like a bowl attached to it that you could put the snack in. We bought those cups. I bought 2 of those cups because, you know, both of the kids are around the same age, right? So he started off like he was drinking his milk out of that. And whatever I would give him to drink. But then he would only, maybe, I want to say like 2 or 3 weeks later, he would only want juice in that cup. Or, I'm not even going to go on the topic of water. That's there. If I put something clear inside the cup, if it don't look like it have bubbles in it like Sprite or something, he's throwing the cup. He doesn't want it. So that's, yeah. So at 2 years old, we're now here in Decatur, not this house per se, but this is when we started the process of everything. She had early intervention. See, this is why I still wish I had my Facebook, because sometimes when he would have his therapy, I would make a video and I would share over clips on Facebook. It's not on this phone anyway, so I wouldn't be able to back it up. But you know how Facebook give you memories of a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever like that? On my other channels, they would know. They would see the progress. They would see where he came from and what he's doing now. But That's why I say life for me and my people, my kids, the support system that I have, not really. It's not the same. As everybody else's that have kids. That's why there's no handbook on how to raise a kid. Period. Plus autism added to it. Two-year-old. This is the year where most people say, okay, now it's time to train your child to go to the bathroom. Because they're getting ready to go to school at 3 years old. I started at 2. No progress. I was getting mad, upset, really confused, really stumped. I stopped. I do it again at 3 years old. I let the school initiate it. No go. So, I'm skipping 4 and 5. I don't give a fuck. I literally do not give two shits. And then 6 years old, we find the camp here for children with delays like speech, and actually he did have speech inside of his preschool. He had speech, OT, social, and I don't know if they continue to help him use the bathroom or not, but I wasn't at the house, so I didn't even care to call them to see if they were. So as far as what happened, so he was there from 3 to about 6, because his birthday comes in September, and that's after the school year starts, so they didn't want him to go to kindergarten yet, thinking that he was not up to par with the rest of the kids, which really he wasn't either way because of his delays. Because when we first started with diagnosis and stuff, and he was 2, they were saying he was so far back as of language-wise and as of just being able to, like, what 1-year-old knows how to write anyway. What 2-year-old can write a straight line. They're going to be zigzag. They never held a pencil before in their life. Even if they did, it's like... But they were saying he was, even though he was 2, like a couple of months after 2, they were saying he was right on the mark of being a few months after 1, development wise. Like, okay, whatever. So when it comes to enrollment time of kicking him out of the preschool to take him to the kindergarten, which he's at Parsons, I'm skipping ahead. I didn't tell you guys about the bus situations. It started here. Other people may know, new people may not. So it's like, okay, on the bus, in the beginning of the school year of kindergarten, there was 2 kids in his classroom with the name Michael Jr., to be precise. So somehow the school wanted to say they traded name tags for the bus as they were waiting online to get on the bus at the end of the school year. They bring me this fat, really dark skinned, nowhere near my complexion, meaning Junior's not, he's not that color. Kid to my house. Like, who is this? That's just one incident. With this same incident, they're asking the kid, is this your house? He's shaking his head no. He's like, and the kid speaks up and said, this is not my house. Junior does not talk at this point of life yet. He's just now finding his voice. He's not going to say no full sentence clear enough for you to know what he's saying. So that was one incident. Second incident, he's not toilet trained, so therefore he's in some type of pull-up, and therefore he has to be changed in between class and in between going to whatever therapy he's going to or whatever. They did not change his clothes. You know how I know. The diaper, well, maybe they changed him once or whatever, because it wasn't soaking on his pants, but it was like in the corner of the pants, right where the butt is, it was wet. Do your job, people. You're qualified for this. You went to school for so many years to nominate yourself to be a teacher for special ed kids. Some may not use the toilet. Yes, no. Okay. We even had notes in his chart saying he is not toilet trained. You guys had him in this school for at least 2 years at this point. At least 3 years at this point. He is nonverbal. He may speak, he may not speak. If he does speak, it's going to be echolalia. It's not going to be his own fault. So after that happened to us, the summer of that year, we're like, you know how kids go to camp. Out here, the kids can start going to camp at 6 and up till about, they cut off at 12 years of age. Nope, we're not taking him to this. We're not taking him to the Y. We're not doing that. We take him to the MRI camp. You have to look it up, because I'm going to try to go into details on what it does. MRI. They have 2 buildings, one for the older kids and one for grammar school kids. He goes there 1 hour every other day that's not a weekend. So they said they could help him with his toilet training, like texture, what I'm trying to say, the sensitivity of his touch and what type of materials his clothes should be, and if they should be buttons or zippers or not, whatever. They aid me in that. how frequently to make him go to the bathroom. Don't ask him. Take him yourself. How long to let him sit on the toilet and whatever. So now at 6, he uses the bathroom by the help of me. It wasn't... Yeah, Ruby took us to the place. Yeah, Mike's sister researched the place and found it because she also had a kid that was going there. That was like, is he a year older than him? I want to say like a year and a half. But now he uses the bathroom. And now we're starting to do big boy things, have progress. Now we can brush our teeth. It's not going to be the typical toothbrush. It's not going to even be one of those powerful toothbrushes. It has to be not the medium bristles, the soft bristles to start off with. The ones that you would buy for a kid his first year of brushing his teeth. Very delicate. Get the toothpaste not hot. You guys know about the toothpaste situation already because I did videos and shorts about that, so I'm not going to go into that. But I work over what I have to work over. It's like the hurdles that I have to jump over like I'm in a Olympic, what's it called, track team, and they have to jump over. They run so many feet and then they jump a hurdle, and then they jump a hurdle, and then they run some more and jump a hurdle. Like, it's not smooth going. I'm not on the pacer test here. Come on. Like, even at the age of 9, he's still... Let me backtrack. I don't want to make it sound like it's a bad thing or a negative thing, but he's capable of doing what he's capable of doing, and I don't give a fuck about none of the other shit. I don't. I really don't like to make myself see into the future of 13 and 16 in a car, and I don't... Bruh, let me be. Can I breathe? The fact that we made it to 9 years of age, almost 10 years of age, and he's capable of doing what he is capable of doing is a major plus. Is like, if you're an optimistic person and you believe in things like there's a treasure at the end of the storm, there you can find the golden coin, pot of golden coins at the end of the rainbow when it rains. Like, don't knock me down any more than life has already done to me as a whole. Like, please. Well, shower wise, the reason why I skip nights is because I'm showering him. I'm showering him. He doesn't shower himself. I lather up his soap. I wash his whole body. Now, when it comes to his neck, I'm like, you gotta lift your head up to the neck. I can get in there. He's wiggling because he thinks he's backing up because he thinks I'm gonna choke him. I'm like, I can't do that every night. Washing underneath his armpits, I'm like, raise your hand up like you're gonna ask a question at school or whatever. I get the towel in there, I wheel it around a couple times. He's wiggling because it tickles. Did I mention to you guys that I'm 38 years of age and I have sciatica and my joints are just not what they're supposed to be at the age of 38? I'm not dealing with that every night. Coming to his middle area, I'm like, open up your legs. He's already backing away. Like, you want to wash it yourself or do you want me to wash it? It smells like pee. And like, can I wash it? Like, it might seem a little bit graphic and it might seem a little bit like I shouldn't be speaking on that. But that's the gist of my life. That's period, point blank. I'm not hiding it. I'm not push it under covers. No. This is his first year. In all of his years of school, no. Because when he started school, it was COVID. He started school during the year of COVID, which means it was virtual, which means I was basically his teacher. So to get over all of that shit, and feel like I'm not capable of helping him thrive through life, I'm not the one like doing most of the shit, to form a sentence and say I'm the lazy one or I'm the one that's not involved? How? Where? Mind blown. Him doing homework is a miracle, okay? It's going to take longer. Because what 9-year-old wants to do homework anyway? And the type of questions that they're giving him in the 3rd grade class doesn't equivalent 3rd grade class to me. We weren't doing the shit that he's doing in 3rd grade class. Like, they expect him to know the area of a square, the perimeter of a square, using said same numbers, and then tell him which one is less and which one is greater. Like, that's his math homework. For language arts, it's what is it? What's he on right now? The proposition. Underline it. Or the propositional phrase. What? We didn't even need to know what that was in third grade. We want to know the noun. We want to know the verb, the adjective, preposition. What is that? Thankfully, it gives you a definition on the top of the page. But is he going to read it? Not unless you prompt him to. And he still wants to shout no. Like, it's just, now you know. You guys already know about traveling, going on a vacation, family reunion, let's bond. Like, you don't give a fuck about what we're doing and how we're doing it on a daily basis, but you want me to... Excuse me, sorry. I'm getting real amped up here. My phone fell. I knocked it. You want me to, in reverse, give a fuck about bonding with you, spending time with you. I don't think it goes that way. That's not how life works. Is this your way of an apology? Because that doesn't heal the wounds. Like, no, that opens the wounds and makes PTSD of what's gonna go happen later on down the line. Like, sure. Look at this, bro. As a closure, going full circle, I think I'm doing pretty well in life. I don't know about the rest of you people that want to say or believe that I'm just a hermit crab and I don't want to see the joy or optimism, I don't know how to say the word, of life. It's always a gray cloud over my life. Look at me as a whole entire person. Not as your relative, not as your I don't know what goes in. I lost track. Look at me as a person. Living the life that I have. I was given this life. There's no way out of it. I might be able to fix the attitude or the outcome for a brief moment. The bus is gone, yeah. See, now they act like I'm the concern and shit. They don't give a... But then let the tables reverse and let me not give a shit. Now it's an issue. when I'm the main one giving a shit, a fuck. Uh, like, I don't know. Don't worry about how my hair looks. Don't worry about how my clothes look. Or the background of the house. Because I only can take care of that when people aren't chewing me out. When people aren't saying, oh, it's an excuse. When it's reality of fuck you, slap you in the face, even though you're the one that's doing like all the things that can make it possible. You're added on bonus people that's supposed to help, not make it worse. How can I feed my child if assistants, in quotations, aren't being assistants? How can I take the kids to the doctor's office with insurance or no insurance? They have insurance. They're covered, of course. Protect the children. But the adult can't take the kid to the office if she's hurting, or he, or whatever, as a couple. How? Well, I'm going to end here. I could have did this live. I don't know if anybody was going to pop in. But I actually wanted to put this with the actual vlog as well. So that's why I didn't go live. But I know there's other mothers out there going through some of the same situations and hurdles is what I'm going to call them. Because they have kids that are on the spectrum. And I just find it odd that it's like right now in this period of time, it's so many children. So many under the age of 21 that have this. And their parents have to basically tiptoe their way out of it as best as possible. So with that being said, leave your comments down in the comment section. But as you're doing so, be very open-minded about it. Because just because wherever you're living at, your public assistance or your medical attention that you receive for you and or your kid works out good doesn't mean it's going to work out great and good for the next set of people that are going through the same situation. Look at this. Look. Evaluate that. Skin color matters. It plays a factor in everything. You see it? Son. Meaning male. Meaning you see it? Put it together. And with the way my life is going inside of my house, I swear to God, it's like society gets a big gets their rocks hard when they see the houses are falling apart, families are not together united because of whatever they throw into it with the autism. I swear to living God, I swear. It's intentional. They either want your kids to be sick, so sick that you can't fix them and you end up arguing about it and separating like that, or they have these laws where they separate the families by locking them up because, oh, they're smoking. Oh, wow. They're selling or whatever to make ends meet, because living paycheck to paycheck plus getting an assistance, if you're getting it, if it's helping at all, is not enough. So yeah, it's intentional. That's my outlook on that. I was ending and I ended up going into another rant. So see you guys down in the comment section. I do respond to comments. My wholehearted opinion, my wholehearted, no facts left out truth. It's my story, it's my truth. It's not going according to some chart that y'all didn't read. It's not going according to some Hallmark movie that's edited out with actors. It's real. Okay? See you guys.